Hope everybody's great. It is Saturday. Walking back here to hold a Facebook Live Saturday morning meeting. Hope everybody's ready for September. Let Facebook find my friends and drop them in. Hey, there they go. What's up, Philip? Nice to see you, man. Tabitha Slaughter, nice to see you. Cody. Ryan. What's up, y'all? Just give me a second, man. Hope everybody's having a great month so far. What's this? Second day in the month? I'm ready to go. You ready? Y'all ready? Oh, we're going to have a little Saturday morning meeting. I came back here to be a little private because back there was a little busy. A lot of traffic. Nobody even hear me, man. Hope you guys are all ready for Saturday. Hope you all pumped and ready to go. I love having new months. I love a Saturday being on the second day, man. Just boom, I'm ready. All right? We got a lot of people in here. I'm going to say hello to everybody, okay? I'm not going to go all individual because too many of them. And more will come later. Please, if you can, I need these Saturday morning meetings to get out to more people. The last one we did touch 3,400 people. I'd like to get more. So if you can hit share, I greatly appreciate it. We need to get these words out to more salesmen so we can all become better. That's all we want to do, right? Become better. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go. Shawn Hayes here, your car guy. What I want to talk today about, it's Saturday. So that means it's time for the Saturday morning meeting, right? And what I want to go over today is 7 principles of sales. You should be doing these every time you get customers on your lot, in appointments. If you can get really good at these and nail these down, you're going to close more opportunities. And at the end of the day, isn't that all what we want to do? We want to close more opportunities, help more people, okay, and be professionals at our career. The first thing I want you to do is understand that questions are key. Got to ask right questions, guys. You got to ask the questions and get the answers. A lot of times what I find is salesmen, they're so busy asking questions, but they're not asking the right questions or not receiving the answers. Okay, let me give you an example. Why are you guys here today? Then the customer will say something like, well, we decided to go look at cars. See, that's a lot of salesmen will take that answer and just move on to the next question. But you're not asking the question just to ask questions. You're asking questions to actually find the true answers. You've got to think about that. True professionals just don't ask questions. That question is meant to get something out of the customer. So if that customer says this, just like they just did, well, we just decided to look at some cars. You say, oh, I understand that. Okay. But why are you deciding to look at cars? Why today? What do you need? Do you understand what I'm saying? You don't just take their answer and move on. You have to drill down and find the true problem. Okay, they're at your dealership. They didn't just come to your dealership to look at cars, guys. They have a problem that needs solved. You have to find the problem. So if you don't get the answer that you need after the first question, ask another question. If that doesn't get it, ask that question again in a different way. Like, guys, I saw you came in with 3 people. Okay, do you have anybody at home? You're in a small car. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? You have to take your questions and get true answers. Okay, don't just ask questions to ask questions. Also, you need to ask more open-ended questions. Don't give them like either or. Ask open-ended questions and then they'll talk more. They'll give you more answers that you're needing. Okay, so many salesmen I know ask like direct questions or either or questions. Do you like light car or dark car? Okay, boom, you're limiting their options. Ask open-ended questions, get your answers, okay? That's going to really, really help you. All right? Second, you got to have excitement, guys. Excitement sells cars. I want you to understand that. Excitement builds rapport. Excitement has them buy into you. You have to be excited for people to come into your dealership. All right? Think about this. You got somebody that when you go into a business, somebody's excited to see you, or somebody just says, hey, what's going on? Okay? Which one do you prefer? You're going to prefer the excitement person, right? Okay? They seem energetic. They seem excited to see you. They seem excited for their career. This is what we have to do, guys. You want to build rapport quick? Have excitement in your voice, because it lets people open up to you. All right? That's very, very important. So remember, ask questions, and you got to have the excitement. 3, guys, we got to know our product. Knowing your product is key. If you don't know your product, shame on you. I'm just going to let you know, because you're flying by the seat of your pants. Don't you want to be a professional in your business? Don't you want people to look at you and be like, man, that guy was solid. He knew his stuff. He helped me out. You cannot truly help somebody. You cannot truly solve their problem if you don't know your product. How are you going to lead the customer along? How are you going to solve their or be the solution to their problem if you don't know what the answer is? You got to know your product. Guys, today's market, you better know your product, because the customer that's coming into your dealership, they do. And if you don't, you're going to look silly. And guys, we have to be true professionals in this business, so learn your product. All right? Number 4, process is key. You're like, what's the process? Well, the process of your dealership, the process of the sale, the 7 steps of the sale. This whole process that you take a customer down is important. Okay? If you get off track on your process, you're going to have trouble with that customer. Why? Because you have no control of the situation. You haven't. Think of this, guys. Think of this. Each customer that comes into your dealership is like a funnel. Okay? It's real big on the top of the funnel. Would you agree? When that customer comes in, okay, you need to get that customer down the funnel to the end. Why do you think the bottom of the funnel is skinnier than the top of the funnel? Because you have to take them down the process to the bottom. Okay? You have to understand the process. You have to do it every time, and you have to do it correctly. All right? Do not get off track on the process. The 7 steps of the sales has been around forever, and it works for a reason. Okay? You have to learn them. You have to get good at your craft. You have to be a professional at this. Guys, you want people to take you seriously? Then you have to be really good at your craft. And the only way you can do that is make sure that you know the process of the sale. All right? Number 5, you got to keep the customers engaged. All right? You have to. Okay? If people are looking at their watch, if they're talking to each other quietly about going to leave, you don't have them engaged in the process. Okay? You have to, in today's market, probably forever, okay, you have to ask questions to get answers. You have to make jokes so they laugh. You have to show features and show benefits of them and keep them engaged in the walk around. They have to drive cars. You can't leave them unattended for a long time. Why? Because they get bored, man. They start thinking about other things. They start thinking about going home. They start thinking, man, it's hot here. Okay? These things are all going to kill deals. Too slow and too fast will kill a deal every time. So will leaving your customer unattended. So will leaving them not engaged in the process. You have to get rapport built. You have to get their personality to like you. And the only way you can do that is keep them engaged. Keep them smiling. Keep them moving. Keep them going through the process. Because if you have long moments of uncertainty in your process, they're going to look to get the hell out of here, guys. And I don't want that for you, so you have to keep them engaged. How do I do that on a walk around? Man, I do little things. I lock the car when I pull the car up. Why do I do that? Well, I do that because if I pull that car up and I open it up right away, they're not going to listen to a darn word I say. They jump in the car, they're looking at features, they're looking at bling, but I can't get what I'm trying to say across to them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when I pull the car up, I lock the car. I'll see them grab the door handle and I still won't open the car door. They look at me and say, can I get in? Yes, in 1 second. But I think it's very important that I talk to you a little bit about the brand before you just start looking at everything. Okay? Look, I know that's holding the control of the situation, but what I'm trying to do, guys, if they don't stay engaged with me, I've lost control of the sales process, and they're probably going to look at everything and get on down the road because they didn't listen to anything I said. We have to make sure that you keep your customer engaged in the process all the time. Even after you close the sale, you got to keep them engaged in the process, or they get bored, they think finance takes too long, you'll get a bad survey that way. All right, the next one, write up all your customers. People are like, well, I don't want to show prices. I'm scared of showing prices. They may go shop me. Stop it, guys. They know the freaking prices anyways. How foolish do you look when they say, well, I'd like to look at some pricing, and you say, well, are you buying today? And they say, well, I don't know. No, I don't know. Okay? You look silly. You look like you're hiding something. You look like the old school car salesman. Stop doing that. Be excited if you can get them the paper. Be excited that you can keep them longer in your process. Be excited that you get to show them pricing. Do a true evaluation of their trade. You cannot close a sale, ever, unless they know the price of it, right? Who have you ever closed when you haven't showed them pricing? No one. So get everybody to paper, okay? If they need to go home and think about it, quit worrying, man. Quit worrying. If you've done a great job at this dealership, if you've done a great job at your experience that they've been in, if you've done a great job of engaging the customer, building rapport, doing everything, quit worrying about it, okay? You have to show prices to close deals. Some of those people you think that are shoppers are really buyers today, okay? But you got to show them pricing to be able to ask for the business, right? Let me ask you a question. This is another thing in that same thing. Are you asking for the business every time? I hear salesmen all the time give numbers to people and say, okay, well, thank you very much. Why aren't you asking for the business? We have to ask for the business. They expect you to ask for the business. What, you're scared about putting pressure on them? Come on, man. You're a salesman. When you show numbers, you better ask for business, okay? They expect that. They're here to buy something, guys. You've solved their solution. Think about it. You spent 2 hours solving their problem. You've got it. You've got the rapport built. You've done a good job funneling down the sales process, and now you're scared to ask for the business? Man, be a pro. Ask for the business with confidence, okay? Confidence is key in this situation. If you ask them like, hey, man, I think we've done everything here. I think we've nailed the perfect car for you. Let's go ahead. I need your signature right there. Well, no, I'm not ready yet. Why aren't you ready yet? Come on, man. You came in here. We talked. You told me what you needed, your problems. I've solved your problem. I know it. Okay? You've done your research online, and you know this was one of the cars you wanted to look at. Why did you want to look at that? You wanted to look at it because you knew it was good. Okay? Not only did you know it was good, I just showed you it was great. Let's wrap this up. Forget about going to 14 dealerships. Sign here. Let's get this thing back and clean up. Boom. See that confidence? That's what you have to have. You have to attack your customers with confidence. But if you haven't shown pricing, how can you ask for the business? So remember that. That's a key one. Now, I want you to understand, I don't care the greatest salesman in the world, you're not going to close everybody. I don't care who you are. Nobody does. Okay? So you're like, well, I have a 50 to 75% closing ratio. Bullcrap. Okay? I'm calling bull crap on you. Nobody out there in sales that gets fresh ups all the time has a 70% closing ratio. If you say you do, you're lying. You're just not logging everybody. Okay? Let's just be honest with each other. Now, if the people get out of your dealership without buying a car, it happens. I call it the be-back dust. We have to sprinkle be-back dust on them. So I hope you did a great job with everything in your dealership. You take the be-back dust and you blow it on them and hope. But after that, you have to do follow-up. This is where a lot of salesmen fall off, okay? Why would you spend 3 hours wasting your time, okay, wasting the customer's time, and then not follow up? You have to have a follow-up process. You have to thoroughly follow these customers up because a lot of them need help. They need coaching. You've got the solution. They like you. They like your product. You have the solution. They got out of your dealership. Now follow them up, man. You want to be a professional salesman, do better at the follow-up because you're going to close more people. I promise you. So remember, questions. We got to get the answers, guys. Got to get the answers to their problems. Don't just let them say whatever. You got to get the true problems out, and the only way you can do it is ask the right questions. Open-ended, by the way. Okay, second, got to have excitement. You see me every day. People say it all the time. How are you so excited all the time? I'm excited because I'm pumped. I'm ready to go, man. And that excitement wears off on the customer. They get involved with it, man. All right? Know your product. Guys out there who do not know their product, shame on you. Get better at it. Learn it. You cannot be a solutions provider in this business if you don't know your product. All right? Process. Take all your customers down the same process. Don't get off track. Don't be scared of it. You have to control the situation. You have to there's a certain process. Some people you're going to have to adapt to. Okay, certain people are just hard-headed people, and they're going to do it their way, and that's fine. Learn how to be a chameleon, adapt, but then get them back in the process. Okay? Keep customer engaged. This is very vital. I see people all the time leave their customers for long times, and I see when they're doing a walk around. Hey, when you're doing a walk around, is your customer looking you in the eye? Are they nodding their head? Are they touching things? Are they feeling things? Are they getting in the car? If they're not, you've lost them. You've lost them, and you've got to adapt. You've got to figure out, oh, wait a minute, I've lost this customer. How do I get them back on track? You got to get them engaged. Be smart, okay? Know your surroundings. Know your situation. Take it by feel. If you feel like you've lost your customer, you might have. Okay, you're not going to get a sale unless they're engaged. All right? Write up all customers and ask for the business, guys. You're not a great salesman if you don't ask for the business. You just played show and tell. Okay, stop playing show and tell. Ask for the business. They're ready to sign up, man. They're ready to sign up. Now, if they do get out of your dealership, you have to have great follow-up. If you don't have follow-up, then you're going to fail. You're going to fail at that because you just wasted 3 hours of your time, and time is the only thing we as salesmen have. You let people out of your dealership, and then you didn't follow up with them. Now, guys, if you can follow these 7 principles, okay, I guarantee you it's going to help you. I want you to go out there and kill it today. It's the 2nd of September. It's the first Saturday in the month. I'm ready to go. Shawn Hayes here, your car guy, Hyundai of St. Augustine. I make car buying easy.